Hello there.
Welcome back, my friend.
Hello, what have we here?
Jedi, we've been expecting you.
Knew I could count on you.
Hello.
Welcome to the rebellion.
What fun!
Hey everyone, Hybrid here, and today we're taking a look at the brand new Star Wars The Black Series Jedi Temple Guards. This is a set that's going to be exclusive to the Galaxy's Edge parks, but it is also on Shop Disney, so you can go ahead and just order it if you're not wanting to go all the way to Disneyland or Florida or Batuu or whatever. This is a really cool set. It's another way to get the Jedi Temple Guard, which was a fan channel figure in 2025, and we also get a variant of Temple Guard only seen in Star Wars Rebels, which is really, really cool. Always love getting a Star Wars Rebels figure in the line, and yeah, I'm just really excited to take a close look at these guys. So obviously, this guy's going to be a repack, maybe repaint, might be some slightly different things going on there. This guy is looking fairly new. I'm really excited to tear into him. Really liking just the look of this set. The presentation on these Disney sets is always just so much nicer. But of course you do pay for it a little bit. This set is what, $55 right now for 2 figures. I guess that's the price of 2 figures. I guess they aren't really charging it for the cardboard, but Hasbro's been known to do that before too. So anyway, let's go ahead and take an in-depth look at the packaging and then get these guys out of the box because I'm really excited to look at these figures. Let's go. And here we have the Jedi Temple Guard pack. This is really, really cool packaging. It's abnormal from the standard Black Series packaging. So let's take a closer look. It's very similar to prior Disney releases before, which is nice. It is in this dark gray coloring with the kind of diamonded off shape for the image of the Temple Guards in front of the temple. Wording 4+. What's this? Don't know what that symbol is. That's some in-universe thing. But got some legal stuff and barcode below. Graphics up above, on the sides, around back, some images of the Temple Guards, a bio about them, Black Series logo once more, and all the legal stuff, and your Galaxy's Edge branding. As you saw in the beginning, there is a Velcro opening front, where you can actually get like a more in-depth bio about them in varying languages. Pause and read which best applies to you. And then once more, you get a Black Series logo, the name of the set, and the 2 figures embossed in the window in there. Looking really cool, but I don't care about this box. So let's go ahead and get them out of the box, see what's going on. Here's the Temple Guards out of the packaging. They both look really cool. We're going to go ahead and dive into the accessories really quick, taking a look at the prequel era Temple Guard. This one's really nice. It's this double-bladed saber staff, and it has that silver paint in the middle with the brown on the grip. The gold on the emitters is just the color of the plastic, so it's a little bit of a pearly plastic. Yellow blades look nice. They are removable, of course, like all lightsaber blades in the line for the most part. It features the peg on the side of the hilt and is wearable on his belt. It's a bit of a longer hilt, so you kind of have to lean it a little bit to the back, but it works. It actually looks like good belt storage. And then the saber for the Dark Times Temple Guard is really different. It's nice. It's similar. It's got that gold-colored plastic on each end, silver on the body, the little black ribbed areas, and it has that double-hinged action as seen in Season 2 of Star Wars Rebels when Kanan is in the Jedi Temple and he gets the vision of the Temple Guards. And the one reaches out and he's just like, hurrah! And it snaps out because switchblade lightsabers in Star Wars. It's a little bit of a different action than the Darkside Vision Rey. She had that kind of switchblade lightsaber action too. Hers had one hinge and it was off to the side. These two are very incorporated into the hilt. And when you get them both aligned, there's a bit of a gap between them, but that's all right. Once more, the blades are removable. Set them off to the side. And there's a peg on the side that allows him to wear it on his belt, folded up. It's a bit of a interesting installation, I suppose. I guess like that looks all right. I don't know, or do you flip it over like that? Maybe that's better. I don't entirely know. Or would it be better if you just wore it loud and proud and extended? You'd have to wear it about the same as the other one did, but it still looks nice. yeah, can't complain either way. But yeah, that's it for the belt storage. Works very well on both of them. Let's go ahead and take a look. Set the Rebels one aside. Take a look at the Clone Wars one really quick. So, if you've been in the line for a minute, you may have this guy already. This is from the original release. These two are very, 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 very similar. To be honest, I look at them, I compare them. I don't really see much difference other than a little bit of a paint difference on the boots. The boots are a little bit darker on this new one. Very minimal differences, you know. Some of the paint on the keys, the silver is darker on the old one, and the gold is bolder, whereas it's a little bit flatter on the new ones on the keys. But if that's the only difference, gosh, they did a pretty good job considering that these were ran, you know, a year and a half apart. But I guess there's maybe a touch darker rubber on the skirt on the one on the right. Very, very similar. The lightsaber hilts are very similar. The gold plastic is a little bit brighter on the new one. It's a little bit darker on the old one. The new one actually, in my opinion, looks just a smidge better. But yeah, I think you could put them next to each other on the shelf, and gosh, if you didn't super memorize the differences, you wouldn't see them. So very, very good job on Hasbro there. Usually these reruns, you know, you kind of lose the differences. But other than that, these guys look really cool. I'm not going to harp on them too much because I have already reviewed this figure once before, but I do love this design a lot. I love the white and gold robes. They're very High Republic-esque. The mask has always been cool. Whenever I finally get to go to Galaxy's Edge, the Temple Guard mask is one of the things there I would like to add to my collection. It's just a very ornate design. Always really loved that. The rubber skirt is very rubbery. It has a nice slit in the back. It gets out of the way of the leg articulation, allowing the soft goods underneath to allow the legs to move. So the posability is pretty limitless on this guy. Really do love that. And yeah, I guess run through articulation again. Why not? He has the double ball neck, but the hood is solid rubber. You can't really pose him much, but you can kind of turn it side to side to give him just a little flare of life in there, I suppose. But truthfully, most of us are probably just going to keep him looking straight forward. His arms come up to a T-pose, of course. There's a butterfly joint in there. You could 360 the joint if the overlay wasn't hanging out over, so you can only go that far forward, that far back. That's a little bit of a bummer. Wish the overlay was a little bit more rubbery. Single jointed elbows go way past 90, swivel at the elbow. There is a gauntlet rotation in there, which is cool. And then the hands are ball jointed, can go any which way you might please. There's a ball joint at the waist, allowing them to crunch not much forward, a little bit back. Get some side to side and pivot in there, of course. The legs can do that wide of splits, which is really nice. You can kick straight forward, tiny bit back. There's no thigh swivel in there, but you don't need it. These single jointed knees go to 90 and swivel at the knee. And then, gosh, the lightsaber only just fell off. Interesting. I figured all this posing we'd have lost it by now. The feet go straight down, a little bit forward, and a forward-facing pin for rocker, allowing you to get this guy into some interesting stances with both feet flat on the ground. And that belt storage on that lightsaber is excellent. Bags in nice and secure. Setting the Clone Wars one to the back, let's bring in the Rebels one. So, the Rebels one surprisingly does not reuse a whole lot. It reuses the arms, as far as I can tell. Yeah, that's the exact same arm sculpt. Of course, the armor is different, but it's the same gloves and arms. I'm sure it's the same head sculpt. Imagine the back of the head looks like that under the rubber. I would say that rather confidently. But this is a new torso sculpt. You see there's something different going on under those wraps. The legs are different. The knees, the boots are different because these boots have that like long like wedge on the front of the knee. And these are just a normal cut in the front of the boot. So yeah, basically arms and head is the only reuse here. So you're going to have a lot more interesting stuff going on here. So I say this is like the Rebels design. Kanan sees, and it's ultimately the Grand Inquisitor, but it's a Temple Guard in a flashback vision in a Jedi Temple on Lothal. And this is what they're wearing, but they are in kind of like a dojo room, like a training room, which makes me wonder if this isn't actually like a prequel design if they don't downdress from that to this for the sake of training. Could see it. Makes sense. You train a little bit and then you start wearing your gear and you train in that. Makes sense to maybe have some different outfits for different days. I imagine like that is such a formal look over there. That it's like maybe this is the downdressed, Jedi Temple Guard. But it's an interesting design all the same. It's a really cool one. I don't know it's one that I'm going to army build a whole ton of, but I might just be fine with just having the one of this guy. But still a cool look. I always liked the shoulder pads. And again, similar imagery with the gold writing on them. Just really do like how this guy looks. Even a similar belt buckle. Just, the rest of the belt's different. But really do like this guy a lot. He just has a nice dressed down training vibe to him, if you will. Really do have nothing bad to say about him. It's one of those things where it's like, it's niche, there's not a whole lot of these. I mean, there's only one of these that we've ever seen in the entirety of the entire saga of Star Wars, much less, this show or that show. So it is really cool just seeing, a very obscure type of design brought into the line. We always joke about people not wanting glup shittos, but I'll take them from prequel stuff. Why not? Just not the OT. So I guess let's run through some articulation, see how this guy wraps out. So he's got that double ball neck, once more. Without the hood, you can actually do like back and forward. You can get some side to side and a ton of pivot in there. His arms come up to, that shoulder's stiff. That's just a my figure issue. Arm come up to a T-pose. There's a nice deep butterfly joint in there. You can do a 360 rotation at the shoulder. Shoulder pad is on the ring, so it can go with it. It's just a little bit sticky, but it worked out. Single jointed elbows go way past 90. Swivel at the elbow. You have that cuff rotation at the gauntlet and the ball jointed wrists. He has that mid-torso waist ball joint with some crunch that far forward, not far back, some side to side, and pivot in there. You can do a much wider splits than the other one. Kick his legs straight forward, not much back. There's no upper thigh cut. Doesn't matter, though, because the single jointed knee goes to 90 and swivels at the knee, so you still have a swivel on the leg. And then the feet can go straight down pretty far forward. And there's a forward-facing pin for rocker, allowing you to get them into some decently wide stances with both feet flat on the ground. All in all, they do both look really good. They articulate really good. Visually, this pack's really doing it for me. Here's the 2-pack with a litany of other related characters. So here's the original one compared to the reissue one. And of course, here they are bringing in Barriss, who was arrested by Anakin. And their probably most famous Clone Wars appearance, I would say, is in the Wrong Jedi. And then, of course, we have the Rebels dressed down one with the Season 1 canon. What a dated figure. Hasbro, please remake some Rebels. Please. I'm a starving Rebels fan. Please. But for real, it's really cool getting anything from Rebels at this point, and I do like adding another Temple Guard to the collection. So end of the day, what do I think of this Temple Guard 2-pack? Gosh, it's really cool, isn't it? I mean, these guys are just really awesome looking figures. I really love these designs. The white armor with the golden detailing on it just is always so freaking clean. I have nothing bad to say. This is a really cool set and a fine addition to any collection. If you're a Clone Wars kid, if you're a Rebels kid, gosh, if you just like really cool Jedi designs. If you are in the parks, I think this is a great souvenir to pick up. If you're not going to the parks, go grab it on the website. It is a really just cool thing to add. Don't really have anything bad to say about it. So really do enjoy this one. I do recommend it. And yeah, if it's speaking to you in any way, I'd say go pick it up. These Disney packs have come and gone before, and usually once they're gone, they're gone. So I wouldn't play on it. And if you're a Rebels fan and you want that Grand Inquisitor Temple Guard, you should probably go grab it. So that's all I got to say. Thank you for listening to me ramble about Star Wars Jedi Temple Guards for a while. I'm going to go work on something else now. So until next time, hope you all go on to have a great day. May the Force be with you, and I will catch you next time. Bye.